Have you ever stood before a massive iron carcass covered in decades of dust and wondered if that mechanical heart could ever beat again? How did these purely mechanical systems, completely devoid of electronic microchips, manage to calculate ignition timing with millisecond precision? Today, we aren't just watching engines run, we are witnessing the resurrection of an entire mechanical era. From the signature aggressive and staccato rhythms of the hit and miss governors to the inertial revolutions of century-old flywheels, a legacy is waiting to be awakened. Join me, a fellow devotee of rhythmic metal-on-metal frequencies, as we step into the forge to recover the souls of the stationary vertical engines that once served as the beating heart of every early 20th century farm. These iron blocks are more than production tools. They are concrete evidence of primitive human intellect, where endurance was cast directly into steel. Let us drop the clutch and crank them over right now. Let us begin with the hit-and-miss engines, compact giants packed with raw personality. Their operational mechanism is a masterclass in elegant, heavy-duty engineering simplicity. When the engine reaches its preset RPM, a centrifugal flyball governor latches the exhaust valve wide open, cutting off fuel suction and disabling ignition until the rotational speed drops. That is the exact reason you hear a rapid sequence of firing strokes, followed by dead silence for a few seconds, producing that iconic, sharp, chug-pop exhaust note. Watching those heavy flywheels spin at full throttle reveals the absolute brilliance of early energy management. This wasn't an oversight. It was the smartest way our ancestors conserved fuel long before the advent of electronic fuel injection. Each firing stroke is a steely testament to timeless endurance. Why did these vintage power plants require such massive flywheels? For early generation internal combustion blocks, the flywheel wasn't merely a drivetrain component. It was a kinetic reservoir for mechanical energy. Operating on a 4-stroke cycle with only one power stroke for every 2 revolutions, the flywheel shoulders the vital duty of maintaining uniform, smooth engine rotation. moment you witness this massive flywheel break inertia and spin, you instantly grasp why these engines defy destruction. Cast from solid, ultra-thick iron, they stand immovable, generating unyielding torque to drive saw benches or water pumps through grueling, day-long duty cycles. This conversion of energy through inertial rotation is a triumph of applied physics. If you are passionate about decoding how early engineers optimized mechanical efficiency without modern electronics, hit subscribe now to join us as we dissect even more complex drivetrains in the next episode. Restoring a vintage tractor or stationary vertical engine demands far more than cosmetic cleaning. It is a relentless war against oxidation and the decay of time. When you disassemble a carburetor choked with decades of varnished fuel sediment, or hone the mating surfaces of worn piston rings, you are holding a direct technical conversation with engineers from a century ago. Every fast-threaded bolt, every tight tolerance component, bears the thumbprint of absolute devotion. The ultimate stress test lies in restoring the timing rhythm of the high-tension magneto-ignition system, a component whose magnetic flux has degraded over decades. When that first blue spark arcs across the plug and the engine, clearing its throat, coughs out its initial plumes of smoke, you reach the absolute pinnacle of mechanical satisfaction. Life has surged back into every cell of the steel. These power units were forged in an era when machinery was a lifetime capital investment. They were never engineered to be scrapped after a few harvest seasons. Whether configured as horizontal beds or vertical blocks, they were fabricated with cast iron crankcase wall thicknesses that shattered structural requirements. Take a close look at these machines after a century of exposure. The paint may be flaking away, but the structural iron cores remain as rigid as the day they left the foundry mold. They once single-handedly sustained entire homesteads, shouldering the punishing load of pumping irrigation water through the most scorching summer droughts. This is the definition of uncompromising engineering. Build it simple for efficiency, build it massive for permanence. They were the farmers' most loyal mechanical allies. Watching these blocks cycle under load, we realize we are gazing directly into the blueprint of human industrial evolution. They lack cosmetic polish and touchscreen control panels, but they possess a living soul. The vibration rippling through the concrete floor under your boots, the scent of heavy engine oil mingling with coal soot. It delivers a visceral, raw experience that the modern digital world can never replicate. Restoring these blocks isn't about creating museum displays. It is about keeping the memory of the golden age of mechanics from slipping into oblivion. Every time an engine fires up, we lock the heritage of our ancestors into place. They remind us of the value of honest labor and the beauty of hardware built with human devotion. In our next restoration project, we are going deep under the hood to decode the physics of a vintage low-tension magneto, the electrostatic heart of these machines. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single beat. Keep the pressure high and see you at the next load test.